Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're venturing back into Beer 52's Road Trip to South Africa box, which I'm not going to lie, the beers that I have had have been really solidly brewed, but they weren't as exciting as I was expecting them to be. In fact, they're nearly as uninspired as my hairstyle right now, which actually, no, my hair is a lot worse than the beers. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was expecting a little bit too much from this box. Um, but the ones that I have had, and some of the ones you've seen me review, have just been like sort of stuff that I could get at the local supermarket in the real ale sort of section. So it's been slightly disappointed in that regard. But there are a couple of beers, the dark beers, which I'm really looking forward to seeing how they turn out. But yeah, we've got another beer from Devil's Peak, and this is a bottle of the King's Blockhouse IPA, clocking in at 6% ABV in a 340ml bottle. I do like the artwork on this, really nicely designed, lovely typography as well. Then there's lovely piece of information and design around the rest of the label. And there is the Devil's Peak crown. I mean, that would make for a great t-shirt. And from the Devil's Peak beers I have had, they're actually a really solid brewery. And yeah, I definitely think their beers would be popular here in the UK. So without any further ado, let's get this beer opened and see what we get. But yeah, it might sound like I'm moaning and like hating on Beer 52. Far from it, because yeah, with this box alone, they've introduced people to beer that they would probably not be able to get hold of right now. So you've got to give them credit where credit's due. But the stuff that I have had hasn't exactly, blown me away. But if you are interested in Beer 52, fantastic advertisement right there, Peter. Then I will put my referral link down below so you can use that and get yourself a nice discount on your first box. And of course, it helps me out too. So thank you in advance to the masses of people who will use that link. But yeah, I jest. So let's see what we get with this one. So an IPA. Yeah, one of my go-to styles of beer. And there we go. Gotta say, that was a very small 400ml pour. Oh, 400? Where the hell did I get 400? 340. So it gives you a little bit extra. Not too much, though. Sorry about that. It's been a long, long day. The place I work, obviously, was affected by by the time seeing it, it will hopefully have been fixed. The visa systems had gone down European wide, and because of the company I work for, we've got American customers. So when they use the system, it's obviously, so that was a bit of a ball ache. And yeah, had to talk to a customer in Spanish because she was Latin American. And thank you, Google Translate, for actually getting the call sorted. I thought, shit, I'm gonna mess this up. But thankfully, we got there with persistence, improvisation, and lots of apologising and thanking the customer. But anyway, beer in a glass then, and yeah, it's what you expect from an IPA, amber-like, slightly golden. It's almost got that sort of BrewDog look to it, actually. He's not just saying that because it's in a BrewDog glass, by the way. But yeah, there's a slight chill haze in there, nice gentle carbonation. Beer poured with, just less than a finger's worth of white head. So it looks pretty damn good so far. So let's see what we get on the nose. Well, that's lovely. That's a lovely gentle sort of peachiness coming from this one. Like peaches and cream almost. Lovely subtle, mild orange tones in there. A little bit of a tangerine. You get a pink grapefruit character. That sort of sweet edge. A little bit of lemon sherbet. Almost like a lemon sorbet in there as well. Subtle tropical tones. Nice sweetness. You get a lovely sort of sweet digestive-esque aroma in there as well, coming from the malts. But yeah, it smells really nice actually. So let's give it a taste. Cheers. Big hits of grapefruit right from the start, and then it just amplifies at the end. The IBU count on this beer is, I'd imagine it's a little bit high because it has got a lot of bitterness. It's a very bitter beer from start to finish. Big hit of like an acidic lemon character. Quite peppery as well, actually. Yeah, that is a really quite bitter beer. A little bit of a leafiness in there as well. Quite grainy. Unfortunately, though, there's not much to it. I won't lie, there's really not much to this beer. Inoffensive, but yeah, I don't know. It's like it's a little bit acidic actually, and like that residual hop, like flavour, like builds and builds and builds, but there's no like actual like fruity hoppiness to back it up. So it's just like drinking the aftermath of like a high IBU IPA. It's got a lovely bold body to it though. It's bold, but yeah, it's crisp and clean. It's got that sort of like session IPA flavour to it, but with a like a full strength IPA body. But at the same time, it's a little bit uninspiring. It has to be said. It's not a beer that you'd pour away or anything like that. But like some of the other lighter beers that I've had from this box, it's one of those ones where I could get that beer, flavour-wise, for maybe over £1 at my local supermarket from like a British real ale brewery. But that being said, I really don't know what the scene is like in South Africa. So, you know, I've got really nothing to compare with what else is going on there. But it's good to see that a place like South Africa has this sort of scene burgeoning. And it seems like Devil's Peak are like one of those ones right in the forefront. And this is one of those beers that would, minus the bitterness, could get people, the casuals, getting them into craft beer. But unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. It's really quite medicinal as well, actually. The more I'm drinking it, the less I'm enjoying it. It has to be said. It's very grassy, very earthy as well. I'll finish it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a fan. I do apologise, but I am not a fan. I can only be honest. And unfortunately, this has been, for me personally, one of the weaker Beer 52 boxes when it should have really been like, pow, wow, exciting. But the fact that they've only picked like like 2 or 3 breweries, one of which actually brews at Devil's Peak as well. I don't know, I was expecting a little bit more than like traditional real ale style beers. Do you know what I mean? And this falls into that category, unfortunately. But, you know, just because beer's from South Africa doesn't mean it has to have, like, cliche, stereotypical South African flair. I'm not, you know, trying to insinuate that. I was just expecting a little bit more to some of these beers. That's all. And this, it's not really doing too much for me. So in terms of a rating, I'm going to have to give it a 4.5 out of 10. It's just slightly below average for me personally. And yeah, it's just not moving me at all. So yeah, 4.5 out of 10. If you've tried this beer, then let me know your thoughts, opinions. Please still do go over and check out Devil's Peak down below. I do have a couple of their stouts which I might tuck into tonight, which I'm looking forward to. But the lighter beers that I've had from this box have just really done nothing for me. But I think actually the pale ale that I had was hoppier than this, and that's a real shame. It really, really is. I mean, I don't think this bottle's too old, or else they wouldn't have put it in the box. But it just tastes a little bit old. So yeah, Devil's Peak Brewing Company's the King's Blockhouse IPA, 4.5 out of 5. Let me know your thoughts, opinions. Check out Beer 52. I've got a really nice Beer 52 playlist going on as well. And yeah, hopefully next time it will be a little bit more of an exciting review. So, thank you all for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers. Did I blink with both eyes then? Fucking hell.